Hello everybody, Judge Free Time here, and at a request from Alfred.tv, he wants to see me build this crappy server, well, better server. So if you don't know my backstory, the backstory is I have a HP basic piece of shit basically that is running Windows Server and all that. It's dust and bones, and basically it is old. It's knackered now. It's like 9 years old now, and it was old when I got it because the specs are old on it. So I'm going to be upgrading it to a bigger, faster processor from AMD, and I'm going to be putting a good motherboard in it, and we're going to be putting stuff in. So throughout my adventure, which will be hopefully in a couple of months, you never know with budget, because my budget is quite tight, how it will go. But I've already got a few parts already to put in it. Already I've got a bones and dust filter right here for the fans. There's two of them in there. I also have one of these tray hard drive things where you put in the hard drive in and out, like hot swappable. The idea is this will have the backup drive in, and I can easily slide it out and take it somewhere offshore. You know, like, you know, where I can move my China porn. You know, something like that. No, it's just for the backup. And not forgetting, I also bought a load of fans because, believe it or not, the fans that come with this thing might go, and I want to put a fan in the front of the tower for the hard drives, because I'm going to be putting in a RAID 1 of my 4TB setup as I've got it on my server. I also have this, which is a 1 GB Ethernet card, and as we always do it, it's going to be on a ratty old, stinky old 100 megabit connection or a 10 megabit connection, because that's the way we do it here. So the server will have very fast speeds, but because my router supports 1 gigabit, that will work properly for the internet. But because we got a horrible Ethernet switcher that only works in 10 or 100 megabits, this will do fine for a 1 gigabit. I also have this thing as well, which is a little trolley. Basically, you put your server on there, and it has 4 wheels, and you can adjust it. So now we know. Let me show you the actual server case that I'm going to be using. And just like Alfred would say, this is the way we do it, in crappy low quality light, probably in 144p. So yeah, we're going to be putting all this gear in today. The fan that ironically comes with this is the same make fan I've got in that box over there, which is interesting. This is the front of the case. As I said, it's a bare bones case. I don't want anything too fancy. It's not a gaming machine. It's meant to be a simple server. So the idea is I'm going to get a DVD drive. Yes, I use those things because I still like the physical media every now and again. A second slot will be obviously for this bay here, and obviously to put the fan on, you're going to have to take this front off, but it already comes with all these nice cables, because it's, well, basically it's just for this bit in it. But the idea is the gigabit will be there, and I'm going to be getting the motherboard next month, I think. Yeah, I'm beginning next month, so this will be in stages. So this will be like a 3-month give me money. No, this is going to be like a 3-month project, maybe more for me, but a 5-second video put together for you at home. You don't know the aggro I have to go through, which will be hilarious, which will be me screaming the house down. But yeah, it's not a bad computer case. I think it was 60 quid, so it was a bit of a bargain, to be honest. And I'm glad we have a gimbal in this camera because my hands are shaking right now because this was a bugger to get back home because I missed the delivery. Yeah, what a pain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of this gear in and I'll show you my process. So here's a bit of good advice for you guys. Always make sure the fan is on the right way round. You've got to make sure that it can suck and blow hard. Oh no, bad joke. I get it from you, Alfred, what can I say? So yeah, let's see what fans I actually bought as well, just for shits and giggles. I've already put the hard drive dock in. I'm going to be showing you that in a minute. Oh, will you look at that? Oh no, no, they're not both the same make. I thought they were, but no, obviously not. Yeah, so this is an Arctic fan, a very good fan from what I know. It's been ages since I did PC builds, to be honest. But this is not really a PC, this is a server build. But yeah, this one comes with its own branded, which is nice. So you always have to look at where it sucks and blows, because you know the way I want to do it is I want this to be a vent. So I guess, let's see, which way is it? The arrows go in. There should be an arrow on the fan, so that's a good hint for you guys. Where the hell is it? So that's the right way. So it was in the right way. So the way we always do it here, and Alfred's way, is we do it wrong. We take it out, we think, oh, it's the wrong way round, and then we have to put it in the same way we put it in, or put it out even. So there you go, a bit of a hint there. So here's something very interesting for you guys. These filters don't really fit on very well, but I then realised while screwing the fucker in, they're magnetic. They didn't say anything about it being magnetic, but we'll go with that. You know, I'll stick it on like magnets because this tower is magnetic. So it'll make it 10 times easier to clean. Because I was thinking, you know, when I put it onto this side, I was thinking, hang on a minute, how can you easily clean the bloody filter when there's no way to clean it unless taking it apart all the damn time, damn time, you know. I don't know. So, you know, well, I was screwing it onto the back thinking it would be easier, and then I thought, well, the fan will keep falling off surely every time I want to, you know, not cause downtime. So I thought, you know, I'd screw it onto here, and then I realised it's bloody magnetic, of course. So I've put the intake fan for the hard drives on this side. Now I think I got it the right way around, but I know the other one's venting out anyway as default, and I know pretty well label side means I don't know, I might have got this wrong actually, it might be the other way around. I don't know, we'll find out when we boot this up, but this will be our last resort to fix it. These computer cases are a nightmare to pry off, by the way, absolute pain in the arse. So here we are. I've checked the back flange. So here we are, I've checked the fan, it's the right way around. The fan at the front was pointing the right direction, and on the front here we've installed this nice little drive bay thing. It's like a hot swappable, but it's not, and it has a little lock on the front, which is nice. You put your 3.5 inch hard drive in there, and that'll be like for data and such, and then obviously I'll lock it so, you know, no Tom, Dick or Harry can mess around with it. Yeah, so we're going to now install this, which is the network card. There we are, that was simple. No, I'm only kidding. No, we've got to wait until the motherboard and then we can put this in, but I will be getting the motherboard next month and I'll be documenting that. So if you don't mind, I'm going to order a freaking pizza because I damn well need it after all that stress. I've actually put the filter in as well as the fan, and the great thing about this filter is you can actually stick it onto the side, which is nice because it's magnetic as well. So that'll be like that, and then that'll be easy to change, and then I'll be fighting over this one, trying to get this filter out, because I had to screw it in, unfortunately. So, you know, that's one of the disadvantages, I guess. But yeah, I will see you when I get my new motherboard. Yes, your motherboard. Well, here we are. I don't even know what the date is. What is the date today? 10th of June. I don't know when I did the last one. Anyway, as you can tell, the motherboard is here. Because believe it or not, I have a server to finish. So this is the motherboard I'm going to be using. MSI B. It's a shame it's not BJ 550. They are a little bit of a blowjob reference for Alfred. Anyway, it's 3rd gen. I didn't want anything like expensive because it's not a gaming machine, it's only a server. So at the end of the day, it's only meant for, you know, so it's not slow watching porn or whatever. Anyway, as you can see, that's what it looks like. And yeah, it's got audio ports, but it's a server, so it won't have any audio at all. Kind of a useless feature, if you ask me, from that. Now I could have got like a server motherboard, but they're quite dear as well. So I went for a local one, so who knows if it's going to work properly. Anyway, let's get this motherboard out. And of course, we're not in shop. And there it is, in the anti-static bag, which you can't see. Underneath we have, we have a driver disc. Oh my god. And yet my headset that was really expensive didn't even come with one of these things. What they're playing at. MSI products, etc. Oh, extra cables, that's going to be great. And what else we got in here? Oh, look at that, a little sticker. You know, put it on your car and ruin it. You know how it goes. And instructions, which I probably will need. And some extra screws. So what I'm going to be doing is, with all this, is I'm going to be putting all this in today, off camera, screaming the house down, swearing so much that, you know, I get a noise complaint, and then we'll get back to you. So inside this machine now, we've got the Ethernet card in there, and we've got the motherboard in there. Thank you. Autofocus. And the fact of sunlight. I did this really well. You know, backlighting and all that shit. Anyway, the motherboard's in. I didn't swear the house down, which is interesting. But yeah, as you see now, we've got Ethernet now on there, and the board is in, and the backplate, and looking good so far. I'm getting an AMD processor, and I will be putting in the SSD in there as well, and yeah, all going well so far. Gee, why did I do this on the hottest day of the week? You know, on a Saturday when I'm normally chilling and all that. No, I do it for you all. Do you absorb this bullshit? Anyway, more to come along. So apologies about the webcam quality throughout the build, but I finally got the storage for the server. It's not really storage actually, this is just for the OS of the server. And I went with Crucial in the end, but I got two of them. And why have I got two of them? Well, you need a backup for the OS, so why not have two of them? So yeah, basically this one is 3,500 megabit read, 500 gigabyte. I was going to go for lower, but I thought because the OS I want to put on it is not the slimmest, same as me, I'm gonna have no choice but to put that in it. So I'm not going to show you me fitting this, but I will show you it in place, if you get my saying. yeah, so I went for this because, you know, I've known Crucial for making RAM sticks and they're pretty damn good. So I went with this. So, yeah, 500 gigabyte, you know. Anyway, let's continue on with the server build process. So I know I said I wasn't going to show you me putting this in, but I might as well give you a bit of a hint about this. When you have this sort of motherboard, this MSI one, make sure you go for this when you're putting in your SSD, because as I've learnt, there's two on them, and I didn't realise that. I thought that was the only one. Thank God it was the only one for me, because at the end of the day, you know, if I put it down here or something, we would have been in big trouble. But yeah, you have to screw this off and then lose the screw, screwing the house down, and while you're doing that, taking the plate off. Right, so yeah, no, the screwdriver is not the best. I did have a other screwdriver and it was pretty damn good, but unfortunately I don't have it. So yeah, take that off, and there it is. And you slot your SSD in there, and then you use the screw that's provided in the box to put it in. So there you go, a little bit of a hint here. So here we are, it's installed. Just simply click it in like you would with a RAM, and then you screw in that little screw. Now I haven't got a clue if you're supposed to put this plate back on, but I think I'm going to leave it off for now and then figure it out when it starts to go wrong. But there you go, a simple RAM installation. Right, I'm done now. Going to put the side back on, put it back in its place, and continue on when I get other parts. I've already ordered the monitor and that should be on its way soon, and then in the month coming up we are going to be also getting other things installed, like the RAM and the processor, and then it should be all done. So here we have our new monitor, an AOC B2 series monitor, 24 inches, and yeah, this is going to be for the new server and the previous one at the moment. But yeah, it's really good. Ta-da! So here it is, the processor to the 3/4 of the build of the server. AMD Ryzen 5000 series processor. Very shiny. And it comes with a CPU fan, which is good because I don't want to, you know, use any other CPU fan. I want the default, to be honest. This is not going to be a gaming machine how many more times, but anyway, even if it was a gaming machine, I think I would use a stock fan, because to me they're the same, to be honest, except for they've got RGB or whatever. Anyway, so yeah, let's quickly open this and hopefully not cut me. So inside we should get obviously the CPU, otherwise it wouldn't work, and a sticker just to ruin the case of your computer or car or whatever. I'm never going to put that on the server, by the way. I didn't with the other sticker. I still got that sticker, I don't know where I put it. Right, that's the CPU fan, which is nice. Under, no, I think that's, how does it open? You get opens like that, yeah. Good camera work, by the way, JJ. I'm glad that Alfred gave you some good tips on that. Anyway, big shout out to Alfred. Anyway, there's the CPU fan right there. It says AMD on it, which is nice actually. So I'm going to be trying to put this in. Oh, hang on a minute. I thought it would come with some paste. Interesting that it didn't, because most people that have bought CPUs, it's come with it. So, oh, that sucks. It didn't come with any. So I can't install this today because, you know, yeah, it'll overheat and go bang knowing me. So this is going to be a bit of a annoying project, to say the least. Oh, I would have thought it would supply with the paste. unless it's already got paste built onto it. I'm just looking at instructions now, or destructions even. And of course they're all in the wrong language. I'll get back to you on this. So looking into this, it looks like it already has some film or paste on there, so I'm just going to go with that and hope it doesn't blow up. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to be putting that in today into this motherboard, which is going to be absolute fun for me because it requires a screwdriver and my screwdrivers are rubbish. So we'll get back to you soon. So technically there was screaming and I've got it in now. And what made it worse was the back plate in this thing fell out, so I didn't even know that happened. So I had to put that back in place, hold it like an Egyptian, and then eventually I managed to screw it in. So yes, genuine sweat for you all. Well, for me mostly, but for you all. I had to rip the watch off earlier as well. I don't know if I damaged it or not. And I had to put the AC back on because it was sweating my balls off trying to get this in, and I nearly killed it with loads of sweat. So yeah, like information that you want to know. Anyway, right, the CPU is now installed, but I need to put the wire into the motherboard, which shouldn't be too much work. I'll do that, slide it back on, put it back in its place, and then finally I'll show you the power supply, and that will be the end of this. Thank God. What a nightmare. Jesus. Need the pub after this. No wonder people go to the pub after they've been doing work on computers. Crikey, they need it. Well, here it is. Our RAM has arrived. So this is near the end of the build by the looks of it. We just need the power supply and we're off and running. So if you're wondering what the RAM is, it's a DDR4 and it's 8GB each, so 16. 3200 megahertz right there, and it's the vintage, or hang on a minute, I think it's the vintage or the something or other. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have a go at me in the comments for that one. But yeah, LPX, low performance memory, high, you know, low profile memory for high performance even, and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, and so open this out very quickly. Don't have my unboxing knife with me, so we're just gonna have to wing it. We always do most of the time. Ooh, look at that, that's very nice RAM. Very different to my old days. Yeah, I'm old. Very nice. So I will put this in off camera. I'm not gonna show you the RAM chips in there, but it does come with a little instruction thingamabob, safety information. Now, I chose the Corsair console. I keep calling it Corsair, I don't know why. The reason I went for this make anyway was because the headset wasn't too bad, and from what I've heard, they're pretty good at their RAM as well. So I went with something I know, and that's how I'm going to do it. Anyway, if you don't mind, I'm going to jump in the shower now. So this is kind of a sad ending because the power supply came. I got a Be Quiet shh System Power 10, 550 watts. Now, it may not be very powerful, the power supply, but again, it's not a gaming machine. It's not meant to. And I've already put it in. After all the shouting and screaming later and instruction videos, we finally got it there, and I got a good old-fashioned DVD drive because now and again you need one, and thank God I got one because this bloody thing is required for it. So yeah, so now I'm going to try and plug all this in, and hopefully it shouldn't go bang, but knowing my luck, it probably will. Yet again, that's what you'll want, innit? You want it to go boom. Boom. So here we go. Let's hit the power switch and see if we get any fucking light out of this thing with this AOC monitor. Interesting. Right, let's see. Come on, HDMI. No, that's the other server. Hey, we did it. No, I don't want clear vision. HDMI, that's the one. And let's go. We've got some life signs. Have we got any USB activity? I doubt it. And we've got no HDMI for some reason. I'm gonna have to look into this. Could be a problem. Oh, I know that works. That has to be always on, I reckon. But for some reason we're not getting nothing on the HDMI monitor. Interesting. Shouldn't be having problems. Again, this monitor is not the best when it comes to this. Oh dear, this is a problem. Maybe it doesn't recognise it as HDMI or something. I'll be right back. So here we are back at this shot. This must be bad news in the video. Yes, you see it turn on, but there was no signal. Well, I've tried everything tonight. Put into mind, I filmed that probably about 5 o'clock at night or something like that. I can't remember. It's now 21 minutes past 2 in the morning in the UK. Yeah. So I tried all the stuff, BIOS update, you name it. Take RAM out, put RAM in, you know, that sort of stuff. Tried everything. Nothing would boot. So I'm going to give it another go in the morning, but I already have my hopes down for that one. So what I'm going to be doing is, if nothing is fixed and you don't see the next screen with me showing you installing Windows and all that crap, you know, we're in trouble, and I'm possibly going to be showing you the next scene, which is going to be me showing you the new CPU. So the CPU I had in there was a 5000 model that you saw, but the one I got my eye on is now the 4600G CPU. It's still the same Ryzen 5, it's still got 5 cores, all that stuff, but unfortunately it's interrupted our build process, and it kind of wound me up, I'm not gonna lie, and this is now delayed my plans, because I was hoping to install Windows tonight, and then in the morning or something like that, you know, do a backup or whatever, and then Monday would have transferred the RAID over after the stream, or maybe Tuesday, depending on how it would have worked. But no, life likes to try us. So yeah, my firm apologies, but yeah, I don't know when I'm going to buy this CPU. Could be another month, could be till the 10th when I get paid, who knows. But it sucks. But they, you know, this CPU doesn't work. It was in the list of CPUs that it could work with, and by the looks of it, it doesn't work. Either that it was faulty when I got it, or a pin got bent or something. I don't know. I think it's damaged. So yeah, that's going to be fun. But if the next clip is me installing Windows, that means that we've got the same 5000 CPU that we showed in the shop. But if not, chances are I'll show you with a new box. So, and believe me, I tried it all. I tried taking the SSD out. I tried taking out thinking that it was the bus that was interrupted. None of it. It wasn't having none of it. It would power up, but nothing would happen. And I tried every single BIOS update to see if that would work, pressing the button on the back to see if it would do it. Nothing. So I'll try more techniques in the morning, or afternoon even, but I'm not guaranteeing anything in the next shot will be the installation yet. It will be the you know, CPU. It's been a long day. So The date is the 11th of July, and I'm still filming this shit. So if you remember, this fucking processor didn't have the seeing eye all day to work properly, which is a shame because it was a great looking processor. But nevertheless, we got the new one, and it's sealed, brand new, it's not been tampered with, which you expect, it's brand fucking new. This project has cost me a fortune. This processor alone was 150 something quid, I don't know, I'll put the price on the screen if I remember. And this one was 80 quid, but still, that's over 200 quid for a processor change to see if this piece of shit MSI motherboard works. I have a horrible feeling this won't, and it will piss me off and we won't get nowhere again. If this is true, I don't know, I could try and diagnose it, but there's not much else I can do with this thing, really. It's been kind of a failed project in my in respects, really. So I'm not going to unbox this processor again, you know, it's tedious. But you know what to expect in it, you know, the processor, the fan, and the lubrication will be on the fan itself, so it'll be easy to plop in. I just, you know, I just can't believe it. I mean, alright, so in perspective, the MSI motherboard website stated, while I stutter, that it'll work with the 5000, but it didn't. Either that or that is a faulty processor. I'll have to send it back. This one is a 4000, so it should work with this processor, because they have said that they had problems with this, but I didn't realise how bad they were until it didn't boot up at all. I didn't recognise it at all. Didn't even go into the damn BIOS so I can update the BIOS or anything like that, so it doesn't like glitch out. It didn't even give me an MSI logo and shut off. It just didn't want to know at all. So this thing, let's hope this piece of shit processor works. And I'm calling it a piece of shit because what manufacturer like MSI and AMD would make a processor and a motherboard that don't agree with each other? And it's not just MSI, it's Gigabit that does this as well. Bit of a rant, but I have paid over £200 for this shit to work for a server. Pathetic. Right, let's see if this piece of shit works. So here we are, it's installed. Got some silicon shit on me, looks like some spunked on my hands. Anyway, as you can see, it's in, and I'm gonna boot this up now, and hopefully we should have a green light, or me pissed off. Could be both, but we'll see. I'm so happy right now. I got it working. Don't believe me? There it is, baby, there it is. Unfortunately, we have a RAM issue as well. So I don't know what's happened to one of these RAM sticks at the brand new, and it shouldn't have gone wrong, but maybe it can't handle both of them at the moment. But look, there you go, look, pure and wheat, look, we've got 3 GHz processor, we're booting, we're going, happiness at long last. I didn't waste my 80 quid. oh, I like the new MSI interface, that's actually pretty cool, but I need to update the BIOS so it works with the new processor, but I won't be putting that new processor in just yet. Maybe over time I might upgrade it, if you will, over time, if I can be bothered, but it doesn't matter anyway. It's just a server, innit? I'll probably use it as a backup for one of the gaming machines I'm going to be building in future. Ooh, spoiler. Anyway, I'm going to be installing Windows, and the pain is over, and I don't know what it is about this RAM stick, but I'm going to have to diagnostic it later. So I can't believe it. I was so happy when I got a signal. So we don't use screw flow, yeah, screen flow, and yeah, as you can see, we're now flashing the BIOS, you know. Hey, gee, does that mean this piece of shit will work now? Possibly. So here we are after 2 processor, well, purchases. We have a healthy Windows installer, and it's recognised the SSD and everything, which is great. The BIOS flash was a success. And yes, we will be putting on this virus looking software on it and probably doing 1 trillion updates before we turn them off. Yes, I don't leave them on. So everything was installed, drivers are installed, everything's installed. All a major success. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.